This is the podcast over polynomials. A monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of numbers and variables with whole number exponents. I want you to go ahead and add this to your words worth knowing, which is the vocab at the beginning of your notebook, a monomial. Also, I want you to add a polynomial. So a polynomial is a monomial or a sum or difference of monomials. And then the third definition, the degree of a monomial is the sum of the exponents in the monomial. So, for example, find the degree of 8x squared y cubed. So the degree is the sum of the exponents. So the exponents are 2 and 3, so the degree for this particular example would be 5. Okay, looking at the next example, find the degree of negative 4a to the 6th b. A has an exponent of 6, b has an exponent of 1, even though you don't see it, so the degree would be 7. Now, the degree of the polynomial is the degree of the term with the greatest degree. So let's find the degree. So let's look at both terms. I have 2x to the 4th y cubed as my first term. My second term is 9x to the 5th. So my first term, x to the 4th y cubed, has a degree of 7. My second term has a degree of 5. So the degree of the polynomial is 7. Next example, find the degree of 4ab plus 9a cubed. Well, 4ab has a degree of 2. 9a cubed has a degree of 3. So the highest degree is 3. So that would be the degree of the polynomial. Now, it's also important for you to write your polynomial in standard form. The standard form of a polynomial is written with the terms in order from the greatest degree to the least degree. The coefficient of the first term would be called the leading coefficient. So go ahead and add standard form and leading coefficient to your words worth knowing. I know there's a lot of vocab for this section, but it's important that you know these terms. So pause it because I am going to be moving on. All right, write 5x plus 6x cubed plus 4 plus 2x to the 4th in standard form. Okay, so we start with the term that has the highest degree. So I'm just going to go ahead and number my terms. That one has a degree of 4. This one has a degree of 3. That one has a degree of 1. And this one would be 0. There is no variable with an exponent. So the highest term is 2x to the 4th. The next would be plus 6x cubed. Then 5x, then 4. Alright, moving on. You can add or subtract polynomials by combining like terms. It's a little bit different than when we are multiplying. For adding and subtracting, you need to make sure that your terms are exactly alike. So we want the same variable with the same exponent. So I want you guys to find a method that works for you on how to identify your common terms. I use the underline method. So I have 3x squared and 5x squared. And then I have a 4x that I can add to a 6x. Okay, so like terms we combine by adding coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers in front of the variable. So 3 plus 5 is 8, and then I have x squared. When you are adding polynomials, you do not do anything with the exponents. You only combine their coefficients. Okay, with multiplication, if it was x squared times x squared, we would have had x to the 4th. With addition, you do not. You only add the coefficients. So I have 8x squared plus, and then I have the 4x and the 6x makes 10x. All right, subtracting when you have parentheses is a little bit different. The first term, whenever you have parentheses, I just want you to rewrite it without and then combine your like terms. If there is a subtraction sign in between, you want to distribute that term. So it's going to be a negative 2y to the 4th plus y squared minus 5. And then again, you're going to combine like terms. So I have y to the 4th, negative 2y to the 4th. I have a 3y squared and a y squared. And then I have a negative 7 and negative 5. So combine 6y to the 4th minus 2y to the 4th. 3y squared plus y squared, and then a negative 7 and negative 5 make negative 12. All right, that concludes the podcast on polynomials.